Okay, so hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. In today's video, I'll be drawing in the sun, as you can probably tell by the title. So, yes, just find a sketchbook and draw with me if you want to. And then I'll just get started. Okay, so as you can probably tell, there's a lot of sun on my desk, so I'll be drawing like normal and sketching and stuff, but there will be a lot more shadows than usual, so I hope you guys are okay with that. But I just think, it looks good and stuff, so I just want to try something new. So I'm just starting with sketch, as you can probably tell. So my thought process for this drawing was just something sunny, something that reminded me of the sun. And so I just started sketching out a person. I was just kind of experimenting with how I wanted her to stand, and so I thought like putting the leg up against the wall, but then I decided that was kind of basic because I've done it like a million times before. But I decided to make it look like she's walking, or I tried to make it look like she's walking. And then I just put the arms where I thought the arms should be, and then I thought of the idea with sunflowers, because what reminds me of the sun? Sunflowers. It is literally in the world a word, so it's kind of funny, but yeah. I decided that I wanted the theme for this girl to be like sunflower, so I'm going to design a character based on that, basically. And I think that's kind of a fun idea. I got a little bit inspired by drawing with waffles. She made a video where she drew on the cover of a sketchbook, and I think she drew a sunflower girl. I don't know, I just really like the color scheme and stuff. When I saw the thumbnail and I started watching it a bit, and I just thought, wow, that's cool. I want to do that. So yeah, I decided that I should just go ahead and do it. And so you can just see me sketching, and I decided to give this character bangs. I haven't really drawn a lot of characters with them, so that's kind of fun. And I also drew like a flower in her hair, just because that's fun. And then I'm starting with the facial features, like the nose. I'm just sketching out and making her look like a person, or trying. And so I'm just really insecure about this other arm, because this one arm is supposed to hold like this flower arrangement, and this other hand is just hanging there. I didn't know what to do with the other hand. That's kind of a problem with the legs too, like there's two of them, so you have to make something interesting, like an interesting pose, but I never know what to do with like the other hand or the other leg or something. It looks weird, but that's okay, I think. And then I just drew this sort of t-shirt sleeves on dress. I was kind of deciding between t-shirt sleeves or puffy sleeves, but I decided that t-shirt sleeves would be more fitting, because I wanted her design to be very simple, so that you can focus mostly on the flowers, because it is sunflower themed, and I'm drawing in the sun. Yeah, fun. And so I'm just trying to like draw stuff and make it look a bit realistic, like in my style, realistic type. So I'm trying to get the proportions right. I am so sorry. I don't know if you can tell, but I sound a little bit weird, and so I'm really sorry for that. I haven't posted in a while, and I've been busy, and I haven't been feeling too well, but I'm fine now at least. So yeah, I'm really sorry that I haven't posted in a while. That's really sad. But I think I will be back to posting like normal, and maybe like 2 times a month or 4 times a month, depending on how busy I am. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm just trying to draw in some more details and like shading in the dress, because I always like to see like where the shadows would hit. I'm not really good at light and shadow, but I'm trying to be more aware of where the shadows would be in the clothing. So I don't necessarily have like a place where the light comes from, and there's created like specific shadows and light. If that makes any sense, I just kind of make some shadows where I think they're supposed to go, which is not really good because I should be practicing more. But I'm a bit lazy, especially when I draw in my sketchbook. Which, if you can't tell, I'm drawing in my sketchbook. I have this big one, and it's big square, and I really enjoy it, but I have a hard time picking it up. I know that I've talked about it a lot on my channel, but I don't know if you guys had the same problem, but when I have smaller sketchbooks, I tend to bring them with me everywhere. Like, if I go out of the house, I take my sketchbook with me with a pencil case, right? But when I have this big one, I just don't take it with me. It just sits on my desk, and it's really disappointing because it takes a long time to fill out because I don't draw in it that often, and then my drawing skills don't improve, and that's kind of disappointing, and then I don't prioritize art, and then I just don't get better, and that's really sad, actually, now that I think about it. So I had been wondering if I should start another sketchbook and just have this on the side, so I can have this like my YouTube sort of sketchbook or designing characters sort of sketchbook, because it is really big, and that's really nice when I want to design a character, because I can draw them over and over again on the same page, and there's a lot of space to create bigger things. And with the smaller ones, that's just why I switched. It was because it was so small that you can only draw like 1 or 2 people in one page, at least in the size that I like to draw. And so I find that to be a bit disappointing, but at the same time, it's so much easier to carry around like this normal A5 size sketchbook. I think that's the size of it. And that's what I'm used to drawing in, right? And yeah, I really like the paper of this sketchbook though. And sketchbooks are expensive, at least, here. And so I don't know where you live, if sketchbooks are expensive or if they're cheap. Or if you have some recommendations, because it's really hard to find like the perfect sketchbook that is like long enough but not too long, and has thick enough paper but not too thick. I don't know if anyone else struggles with this one, but that's kind of disappointing, not finding the right sketchbook for you, but we'll see. So I'm just starting with this fine liner pen. It is a sort of fine liner with a brush tip, if that makes any sense. I think it is a Tombow brush tip marker, but it is like thin. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just drawing the sunflowers and some leaves. I think these leaves are totally wrong shaped to what like a sunflower leaf should look like. But I was lazy, and I just thought that those leaves look cute, and I know they're not correct, but I didn't want to search what like a sunflower leaf would look like. I just wanted to sit down and draw, so I drew from my imagination. And so I'm really sorry if it is like completely wrong and some of you guys just freak out because of that. I'm really sorry. I'm just a bit lazy sometimes. So yeah. But the thing about this marker that I like so much is the line weight. I can get a lot of variation in the line weight, which I think helps a lot with my style, because it is really simple, and I try to have like these sort of more few lines, but that will vary a bit in like the line weight is the right word. And I just think it looks more interesting when you can just vary in the line weight and stuff. And it is cute, I think, and I prefer that over like normal hard tip fine liners, because I feel like my art gets so stiff when I use those. But the thing about brush tip markers, they're so expensive, and I just like, is it worth it? Yes, sort of, but I use them so fast because I love to write too, and these markers, they're extremely good to write with. And so yeah, but they're expensive, and that is really sad, I think, at least. So yeah, I would really like to get like a marker that's cheaper, that I can use with both watercolors, and Copic markers, and maybe it's a bit cheaper compared to that. It is just one pen, and I use them really fast. So I've just been trying to not use it up as fast as I normally would, and trying to use other hard tip fine liners, but I love this one. So yeah, I just decided to use this in my sketchbook, I wanted to have a drawing that I was proud of, because drawing in my sketchbook, if I want to keep drawing in my sketchbook and have motivation to draw, I need to have some drawings in there that I'm really proud of, so that, you know, if I take the sketchbook out of the house and people like want to look at my drawings or something, oh, I'm sorry, if people want to look at my drawings, I can like show off those ones that I'm proud of and just keep all the messy sketches hidden from them. So that's sort of a tip that I have if you need motivation to draw in a sketchbook. Maybe have like one page where you try and make a finished piece or color it in with markers or something, if your sketchbook can take that, of course. And you saw maybe I think you saw that I put like a sheet of paper underneath this page in case the markers went through. They didn't really bleed through that much. They bleed through the page, but not to the second page. So I think that's really nice, and that's why I love the sketchbook so much, because it has so thick paper and it is like this very crisp white color. I tend to like to sketch in like creamy white sketchbooks and then color in like very crisp white paper, if that makes any sense. I just think the colors look a bit different when it is on like this more yellowish paper, if that makes any sense. But that's just me. And so I'm drawing and coloring in the flowers with my Copic markers. I have this set of them. So I made like the sunflowers she's holding in like this paper, being wrapped in this paper, so that it looks like she's going to give them to someone, or she just bought them or something like that. And I think that looks so cute, and I really like sunflowers actually. I think I drew them a bit small, to be fair, because sunflowers are like very big flowers. But I think they look cute. They can be like small flowers, I don't know. And so yeah, I'm also going over the hair, and I really like the hair. It is so cute. It is like fluffy and curly sort of, and it is perfect. It kind of gives me like Hermione vibes from Harry Potter, but like in a lighter color. I don't know, just how I imagined her having like this ton of hair, in the books especially. I don't know about you guys, but I really like reading the Harry Potter books, and you know, Hermione is described as having like really big curly hair, and I think that's so fun. And you know, it is really pretty to have curly hair, at least I think so. I think like people with curly hair, they want straight hair, and people with straight hair, they want curly hair. So I don't know if it's just that, but I think it is really cool. But I decided to do something fun with this drawing, which I'm going to discuss with you guys if you think that's a good idea, because I kind of swatched the colors on the side, on the left side, and then I also put some circles on the right side, which you can probably tell right there. And I have seen a ton of Instagram artists do this, where they sort of draw a drawing and then they have these dots of the colors they used on the side of the page. And I just swatched every marker that I used, so it was probably a lot of markers, and I could have probably just not colored in all of them, I don't know, to make it look cooler. But I really like this effect where I like show off the colors that I've been using and then the finished product. And then it's easier for me to find the colors again if I want to make something similar, or draw her again, or make a similar design or something. And so I really like the idea, but I don't know if you guys think it is a bit silly to just have dots on the page beside of the drawing. It kind of makes it look a bit unfinished, or just like a sketch, and it is in a sketchbook, so to be fair, it is okay. But I don't know if I would do it on one of my finished project, or if that would just make it look weird. I don't know, I really don't. But that's just something that I thought of, and I just wanted to experiment a bit and draw something that made me happy. And I've also been looking into like digital art again, because I haven't drawn on my iPad in a really long time, and I feel like I should keep drawing on it, but it is kind of not the same. I love drawing on paper, and you know, either I draw on paper or I draw in digital. And so right now I prefer to draw on paper, just because I can like hold it in my hand. And I also don't draw that much, so when I draw on paper, I just feel like I accomplish more. Wow, that was difficult to say. I'm so sorry. but I just feel like it is more real when I draw on paper. I don't know if that's just weird. But I really want to draw digital again, and I feel like I have lost the skill, or not lost the skill, but just like I'm beginning to get bad at it again, and it's really sad. Because I really want to experiment a lot more, and you know, when you have those ideas in your head and you know you want to draw something, but you just don't know how to draw, or you just don't know how to draw that specific thing. It is so sad. So yeah, I don't know if you guys can relate to that or not, or if it's just me being weird, but I've been struggling a lot with that one lately, and so I hope that I will get out of it soon and stop having this weird sort of art block, but not art block. I don't know. But you can see me swatching some more of the colors and shading a bit on the hair, and then I'll be done soon. So thank you guys if you watched this far, or if you just liked the video, please do so. And I'll see you guys in my next one. I hope you liked the drawing.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.